Alright, hey guys, how's it going? Got another Destiny 2 video for you all today. This one's going to be on the Warlock streetwear set that came out recently in the 30th anniversary event. I know you probably are all busy playing it, doing the new event and the dungeon, and just exploring like all the new weapons that you have to unlock, like Galahorn and the Halo weapons. But I wanted to go over quickly in a series of videos I'll have in the upcoming days some of the armor sets, because there's some that are really good and some that are pretty like iconic looking, and then some that are more like of a joke. But for Warlock, I think all of his sets are like good. The three, you have the Thorn set from the dungeon, this set here, the streetwear they called it, and then there's a set from Marathon. The Marathon one, I haven't unlocked all the pieces yet, so I'll have to see what that looks like with everything, because I have a few like issues with it just like looking at it right now, but I'll have to see like the full thing to really give my take on it. But this set, the streetwear, you just unlock it by just playing one encounter of the Dares of Eternity. So you play it once and you'll get that for all classes. But you do have to own it. You have to have bought the anniversary bundle. So we'll just go over piece by piece, starting with the helmet. This helmet is really great. I think the whole set, just looking at it, is really sick, and there's a lot you can do with it, and there's like a lot of detail in it that's really cool. But with the helmet, of course, it looks like almost like a skeleton. I know there was that movie Wanted where they curve bullets. They had a game that came out with it, like a game spin-off. And I remember the helmet looking kind of like this. I'll probably throw an image up just to show you. Like, these look pretty similar. And you can see it's just like a mask strapped onto a kind of like a helmet. You have like the strap there on the back. It shades really well. Takes shaders fantastically. The only thing is, sometimes like these ones, like that texturing goes on the lenses of the eyes itself, and then the lenses have like a pearlescent effect, kind of. It's not all a single color, so as you can see, like some glasses in real life have like that. It's like a case hardened AK look. I don't know what the actual effect's called, but as you can see, it changes color as it gets like closer to the temples of the mask. They usually get lighter, so any shader you use, the ends will be brighter than like the inside. But yeah, it's great. There's a lot of cool shader combinations you can do with it, and it just looks great. You can make a lot of like striking looks with it. Going on to the gloves. Looking at this glove, like the glove they showcase, there's almost nothing to it. So if you're just basing it off of this, it looks pretty trash. Like, it doesn't affect the hand at all, which, is my big thing, is that there's something to actually see when you're in first person, and you never really see like past here. You'll see like the back of the forearm if you use like a bow. So like when you use gloves like hold siege break, you can see here, like you'll see that computer screen. But yeah, with this you don't see anything, but which you can't even see if you're inspecting like the gloves. This hand gets this like armored plate, like almost scaled armor plating on your right hand, and that looks really great. I wish again it did something to the hand, but I think that scaling looks great, and then the fact that the chest piece has like a continuation of it on like the bicep and the shoulder, I think that's a really cool look, and I think it's my favorite part of the set is this arm. It's really cool. I don't know, I think maybe it would be better if that was on the left arm as well, so you have the armoring on both sides, but I understand having it just on one arm, because that's cool to like break the symmetry of a set and have some heterogeneity in it. Yeah, the plating shades well. Good. angle it. So you can do cool looks with how the plating shades. I'll show that just when we look at overall shaders, to see it with the chest piece combined. Chest piece is great. I know everyone loves the trench coats for Warlocks. So we like this one, which I've never been a big fan of. It just doesn't look... it looks like thin, almost like cheap, this chest piece specifically. Then we have... This is kind of a trench coat, but there's the neck issue. We have something like the Lux overcoat, which is a fantastic piece, but it's kind of showy. So if you're trying to use something a little more low key, it kind of it's a lot, you know. There's a lot of golds and stuff. So if you want something less flashy, I think the Streetscholar is really great. And again, it takes shaders really well. Some like reanimated verse looks cool if you want like a deserty look. And then I know Amethyst Veil looks fantastic. Just makes it like almost all black. Gives the plating a cool effect there. But yeah, I don't know what's going on really here on the inside. All this padding. I don't understand its purpose really, but I think it works. Like, it's a bit odd, but it's cool. It's like futuristically. I'd say it looks, for me, the whole coat part minus the plating here on the shoulder looks like Blade Runner. Specifically like the first one, kind of almost like, even for me, like this part here is like the architecture of like his apartment, all the kind of weird shapes and stuff. I think reminds me of that. Going into the legs, they're pretty simple. Warlock legs are always kind of simple, but there is some cool parts. There's the bungee symbol here and there, and then you have this strapping and like the buckles, and then this will all shade as well. So there's nothing that doesn't shade on the set, I believe. So you can get a lot of cool looks out of these if you need something with straps, because there is a go-to one I use for strapping. Here, these are the Corman blade, but the straps don't change at all. And the strap positioning is just a little bit weird for me. The Streetscholar is a lot more, I think it fits a lot better for some sets. And then the bond is really simple, but I think it's one of the best Warlocks have. It's a totally enclosed. There's no like gaps on it. It's just a ring, just a glowing ring around the arm, not attached to it at all. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out like what to say really. It's just, I think with how simple it is, it works really well. And of course it glows, so you can put shaders on it to get the glow that you wish. Boom, just as bright as possible, use that. And yeah, it's really low key, but also it almost it's not super bright and flashy if you use like something like this, or the bird, you know, where it's like a but it's then not like as unnoticeable as something like Optimacy or like this, just something that's just on your arm. But it's nice, it's there. You can just color it like a band or whatever you want. So I think that part is cool. And then just go into the set overall. Some shaders that work really well. Of course, we have Amethyst Veil, bring it like a really dark look. Iron Bone looks really cool. It makes it like cool leather on the coat. But I don't really like the helmet, so I'd probably do a different shader for the helmet itself. And then you can see the plating here is a really cool metal look. You do iron gold if you want gold plating there on the arms, like a gold and white theme. If you want to be really showy, you can do iridescent coral, and that gives the plating that pearlescent effect, as well as the mask on the helmet. You can do war brick for another like all black And Warwick is fantastic for the helmet because it'll just make it all like a shiny black, and then the eyes don't have a noticeable that like tint change effect, and the pupils are just like black. Because most will have like this effect, but whoops. It works really well for I lost it. Hold on. There we go. It just works for that. So say if you want like a super duper black, you'd do that on the helmet, and then the chest and gloves, we'd probably do Amethyst Veil. Boom. And legs, Amethyst Veil as well, probably. Do that. So if you want like a super black for this Warlock, this would probably be the shader, and then whatever you want the bond to be. Probably not black, you probably want it to stand out a little bit. So boom, something like that. Yeah, I think it's a bit odd because the other streetwear sets are almost, they're not jokes, but they're like really referential to like the Titan as Halo stuff, and then the Hunter's like a snowboarder or skier, like you're playing a skiing game, and then the Warlock's just like a boom, like an intimidating, like futuristic badass, and it's a bit weird when you look at all three together and you're like, whoa, this guy like doesn't fit at all, you know? Like the only reference to like Bungie and stuff is there's a patch here on the helmet that you can't see unless you do like certain shaders. So there you have the Bungie fist logo, and then earlier there's the Bungie stuff on the pants here. But besides that, that's it. So I don't know, I've heard it's a reference to the Arbiter. I don't see it really, but that probably is what it is if that's what people are saying. But yeah, that's about it just for this set. I'll have the other reviews for those streetwear sets out in the coming days. But for this one, I think it's really good. I'm excited to do some fashion things combining with this set because there's a lot you can combine. I know, like exotic wise, that looks really good, and then just other helmets too, you know, can look really nice with it. So yeah, that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching. Like if you liked, dislike if you want to, but it doesn't really matter anymore since they took it away. Subscribe if you enjoyed. I'm gonna be doing, like as I said, more fashion sets, and then also I'll be doing a video going over the dungeon. Not like a guide really, because everyone does guides, but just like from a design standpoint and like aesthetics, showing off what I like and what I think could be improved a bit. Yeah, that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.